Hello, hello again. Hope you're all doing well this evening. Just decided out of nowhere I'm going to do this, so I'm a little unprepared, but yes, time for more Blanche. Why not? And just as I started the stream, my playdate was being unresponsive for a moment, which I thought was going to be a fun little treat, but no, we're all good. Everything's working. Everything's fine. We're all happy. We're all good. Hello. Yes, my name's Christopher, and I'm here to play some Blanche again. We just did this a couple days ago, but it occurred to me that the sale is still going on. The Blanche, along with 60 or so other games, are on sale in Playdate catalog right now. So I thought, well, the sale ends tomorrow, like at the end of tomorrow, the entirety of tomorrow, and then the sale ends. So why not play a little bit more? I don't know. Seemed like a good idea. So yeah, let's see. Well, if let me see here. What do we have? If we'll do an abbreviated version of the spiel from last time. If you happen to not know about the Playdate in general, Playdate is this little device here, a little yellow handheld gaming device with a lovely 1-bit display, small little display, and a crank. I forget about the crank, but it is actually a bit of a defining feature, I suppose. If you're interested in handheld gaming, definitely check it out. But if you happen to have one right now, then there's a sale going on. A bunch of games are on sale, including ours. If we go to games, we could see in the on sale section all sorts of games. Some of these just came out actually yesterday, but a bunch of games on sale, including this one with a little bird, one that I know about, and we're going to be playing today. If you don't know anything about our game, then you can go to the website carte-blanche.cards. We have a ton of information here about the games in the collection and how they work, and an overview video here, a bunch of other things. And one other thing is that the game itself is on sale at the moment, but we also have a merch shop. I still can't decide which word to use. And everything in the merch shop is on sale. 15% off everything today and tomorrow, and 25% instead if your order is $50 or more. So do check out our merch. One thing that I'm particularly excited about is this deck of cards. I mentioned it before, but it's because I really like it. It's very nice. They match the look of the cards in the game, and yeah, they look very nice, very sharp. And they have, I don't know if we have a picture of them here. Well, we have the picture here of this dealer card with Blanche. A little bit of Blanche going on there, Blanche representation. But you could also get, Blanche's face on a shirt. There's a shirt with Blanche's face. I know there's here. See? So if you're a Blanche fan, then this is the shirt for you. This is not the shirt I'm wearing this time. Last time I was wearing a shirt and I was able to point to it, but it's not the one that I'm wearing right now. But anyway, that is all fine and good and dandy, but we are here for games, not that whole spiel. So yeah, we're just gonna dive in and play games, and we're gonna try. Last time I ended up kind of accidentally making a tournament of sorts, because I had won 2 games and then Blanche had won 2 games, and so it all came down to casino. That's not necessarily what's going to happen this time, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that's just what we're destined to do. I have to click this. There we go. So we're going to play. Hold on a second here. We're going to play the games in the order that they're in the book. Again, I don't know. That kind of worked out nicely. Maybe I should do it in reverse. No, I've already clicked it. We're doing cribbage. Cribbage time. Oh, Blanche's dealer. Well, what can you do? All right. We dive in. So I think In the previous stream, I did not spend a ton of time explaining how the games work, and I'm also not going to spend too much time this time, but I might explain a couple more things this time around in case you don't know how any of these games work. But we're starting out getting a hand of cards, and we need to discard some to get down to 4 cards, a 4-card hand. We're each going to have that. And the choice of why you might go for one hand over another will make more sense in a bit. Now that's not too bad. We drew a 10, so we've got a decent number of points coming our way, but we have a game to play first. And oh. Whoop. Ooh, and Blanche has got a pretty good hand, I just noticed. That's unfortunate, but that happens. But I've got some 15s. I think that qualifies as a fun 15. I enjoy kind of odd 15s. And I don't know, a 10-esque card and then a 4 and an ace. It's pretty close to fun. But look at this. A couple 3-card runs, some 15s. A nice smorgasbord of cards, point-getting situations. And the crypt's not too bad. See, another kind of weirdish 15, 2, 8, and 5. I don't know. It works. Ooh, this is not much better. I guess we'll do this. Oh no, that's not particularly great, but it's okay. A lot of high cards in that one. Ooh. And a flush and a 3-card run. Again, just a nice mix of things. I enjoy that. It's not my hand, but I could still appreciate it, even if it's Blanche's hand. I have a couple 3-card runs and a pair. I don't remember what I discarded. Nothing interesting. Knobs for an extra little bonus point. One of those things that just makes it feel like a really old game. You get this one bonus point for having a specific jack that is contextually different based on what the hand is. 3, 4, and 5 is not it's not like as good as a 4, 5, and 6 necessarily, but that could be fun. Yeah, I had a lot of high cards last time. Let's try keeping some low ones. Oh, and I go first, of course. I have to pay attention. What is this all about? Do you have an ace as well? Oh, no, but okay. Wow, I can't believe I thought that was just going to be we're going to play all the cards, but no. It eventually stopped. Yeah, that didn't end up being too many points, but I think it still would have been better than... I'm not going to go back and do the math, but I think it would have been better. Or sorry, it was better than if I had kept the high cards I had. And luckily that's not much of much. Okay, now we're talking fun 15s. I don't even know if this is a good idea, but look at this. 8, 6, ace. Said that in weird order, but that is a 15. And a 3 doesn't really do much. It goes with the 6s, I guess. But anyway, I'm excited. See, I'm looking forward to the points I'm going to get for the 15s. Not necessarily actually paying attention to the game that I'm playing right now, but oh, every time. If I do this, you're going to play a 10. And I don't like to play an ace, but I have to. Yeah, see? Oh, it happened anyway. Okay. I get a pair. I left myself a pair. That's nice, right? Oh, wait, I didn't even notice that 15. 4, 3, 5, 3. Huh. Yeah. I like that. That qualifies. That's more fun than mine, actually. Okay, I'm, oh, assist. Well, there's nothing there. Okay, so I'm a bit behind here. Got some catching up to do. Keep this because there's a 15 in there. This does not look promising. Okay. I don't know, for some oh no, she Don't know. This might not be the one, friends. Knobs again. Couple pairs. And okay, so nothing there. So nothing happened for anybody there. That was a bad hand all around, I think. Maybe I'm just remembering conveniently. I guess it's my crib, so I could put a 15 in there. Keep the weird 15, and it's a little more open-ended what cards would be good for me. Oh, 4 is not too bad, actually. All things considered. Yeah, well, would prefer Blanche not get runs, but that's okay. I did just say that I'd prefer she not get them. All right, this is our chance, right? Something? Couple 15s? It's not much. But I put a 15 in the crib, so we at least have that coming. And that's it. That's more than just at least. That is all we have. Okay. Okay, so here we got nice. So we got a nice jumble of 15s. That'll be worth some points. Just keep saying the word 15 over and over again. This game's very 15 heavy. And knobs again. We're not really going to catch up here though, because $96 to $69 is fun. Just like the way that looks on the board. Ooh, okay. That's kind of fun. Blanche just won't let me have fun. I just want to have like a little bit of fun. A modicum of fun would be much appreciated. Blanche is maybe upset that I called the previous thing a best of 5 when it was a good opportunity for me. No, I don't think Blanche gets upset. It's not in her nature. I don't think this one's gonna happen. I think this is gonna be a Blanche situation here, but that's okay. Why am I agonizing over this? I don't think I can get 50 points out of this. I don't know. I'm just paralyzed. Here, have these. Well, let's see how far we get anyway. Let's click this. 12. So at least I ended on a 12-point hand. That feels nice. It's not a win, but it feels pretty good. And you know what? If she wins with fun 15s, I'm all for it. Way to go, Blanche. Okay, cribbage down. Not a win for me. That's okay. We're going to move on. A little spite and malice. I still had 1 penny left over from the previous stream, and then I got one when I started it because I got it from the punch card. I didn't do that on stream, but you're just gonna have to trust me. Wow. Wow. That's wild. Okay. Now nothing's gonna happen. Oh wait, I have a 3, but I just had the. Oh, I have a 4 too. Wow. Okay, I do not pay enough attention playing this game while streaming it, apparently, or maybe I never pay attention and I'm just more aware of it right now. But okay. I've got nothing. We're confirming. No 10, no 2. Got it. Gonna have to say it out loud each time. Alright, we can play an ace, but that's it. I have a 2. I did almost skip over it though. We can get the... okay. No. She's incentivized to play the 10 though. Yeah. This game's going a little bit faster. Maybe too much faster. Too much faster? Is that... and a 9. So a 3, a 10, or a 2. No. Still no. Okay. Yes. Oh, because I have the jack. I was like, wait, she didn't play, but no. She knows what she's doing. She's a professional. What do I do with this? I guess I play this as a 3. We'll do this little bit of cleanup. Yes, we're decently tied here. We gotta play these cards in order where possible. And I can't play anything else now. 8, 4, and a 3. Can't play them. Okay. I don't know. I'm just super paranoid now. I watched the stream from last time, and there were many a time when I did not play cards that I had that were good to play. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. All right, we're moving. We're moving now. This is real. 5. Now, did I put a 7 in here? Oh, yes, I did. Nice. Okay, and an ace. All right, we're good. We're flying. Too much flying. Okay, now we wait. Oh, well. You know what? I'm not incentivized to play that king yet. Kings are wild. Normally I would just go for it, but let's just spend a little extra time with Blanche. The game's going too fast. Producer's telling me to stretch. That's me. So what happens here? If I play 3, Blanche has a 4 and a 5, maybe a 6. We're going to see what happens here. And I'm just going to let it happen. Yeah. Not quite what I wanted, but that's okay. I could play a 6. I could play a 7. Once again, this game is very much about just, especially if you're playing it to an audience, it's just about reciting numbers. 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at this. Oh, 3, and 8 and 9, and I get a new fresh hand of cards. Yeah. And I don't want Blanche to play that ace. And I have a 2. Look, we're good. 3 left. A 3. Oh, and I can play it. This is not actually a good idea. Never mind. I don't want to set her up to be able to play that ace. Never mind. We stop there. And now we do this, I guess. And get this pile of 2s. This is where we store all the 2s. Ooh, okay, well, nothing I can do about it. Blanche has got a little bit of... Don't want to play the 2. I could play this now, I guess. The 2 goes in the 2 pile. It's not... No. We're not playing 2s. Blanche has a 3. We're saving them for later. Later might come sooner than we think. Sure. Wasn't expected something else up there to happen. Okay, but once again, I could clear out a couple cards here because I could do this. And then an ace. And it's a 2 standoff. It's very possible I have all the 2s in the game. But I'm not doing it. Now I am. Because I could play this as a 3. And I could play this as a 3. And... I thought maybe there was something better. I thought, yeah, it's a 2 standoff, but it's over now. It has de-escalated. That's a word, maybe. 7 on an 8. All I need is to play a jack, and we're home free. I think I lost Spite and Malice when we. Oh no, we're not playing 2s. 2 standoff still holds, even though there were peace talks, but it did not fully resolve. Okay, that's 4 on a 5. Whoops. Need to be ready. Oh, well, never mind. 2 standoffs over. That was anticlimactic. Oh, okay, we win. It's that, and then play a jack. There we go. That's right, and I emptied my hand, so I get a penny. We will spend later. Nice. Okay. Spite and Malice done. So we're 1-1. I don't know why I keep turning this into a tournament against Blanche. That's not the format, but we're rolling with it. I've won Spite and Malice. I lost Cribbage. We move on. 2 spades. Just going through the book. I'm dealer first. Now we need to draft up a little hand here for the main event. Kind of a 2-part situation. This part does not happen in a 4-handed spades game. Spades is usually played 4-handed, 4 people in partnerships, 2 versus 2. But this little build up your hand draft phase situation is just for the two-player game. My hand's not too bad. Got some decent spades. Spades being somewhat good in this game, hence the name. That's about all I've got going on, though. Everything else is kind of... could be better. Like that. I would have preferred the ace over the king, I think, but that's okay. And 5 is nothing. All right, and now I need to... now I need to predict how well I think I'm going to do. Blanche is fairly confident with 7. So, 1, 2, 3. So in theory, I have a guaranteed trick from the spades, because even if Blanche has the ace and the king, that would take up 2 of them, and then I'd win with the third one. But if I could play better, I could use them for more. We'll see. So 1, 2, I'm going to go 5. This was kind of a common bid on Saturday, or whenever that was. I could win this. I'm kind of scared. Why did you lead with a 10? That's 2. Oh, she's not gonna have any clubs. Yeah, that was... In hindsight, I understand completely. In the moment... Oh, and as I had said, of those 3 spades, I'm only gonna get a point for one of them. What can you do? And I need to get a hold of the situation here. What do I do? I'm actually going to let this play a little bit more. Let her play some of her better card. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, she doesn't have any clubs. How you feeling about hearts? You have better ones. That's how you feel. She doesn't have clubs, though. If she still has a spade... If she still has a spade, then I can't win any of these tricks. If she doesn't have any spades, I'm about to win 3 tricks. And that's both good and not good. She's got a spade. Never mind. It's fine. I don't get any points. Blanche gets 72 points. But that's okay. It's, you know, it's the long game. Tell myself that now. Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, I'm tempted. Okay, yeah. So there's an option. I'm leaning too heavily into this now. This is probably a bad idea. But so when we bid how many tricks we think we're going to win. There are 13 tricks that happen, and you make a prediction of how many you think you're going to get. You have the option to bid 0, which is nil. And if you succeed, you get 100 points, which is good. So I'm kind of setting myself up. I'm kind of setting myself up for a bad hand, in the hopes that I could pull that off, but I've got a queen of diamonds, and it's the only diamonds card I have. It's not a great situation, but it makes for good television, maybe? Let's find out. If I fail immediately, then I guess it doesn't. It's got to go like right down to the wire. You shouldn't be deciding the intensity of your programming as it's happening, but that's the situation we're in. Okay, I'm going down to nil. I think I could do it if I could play that diamond off suit or against something high. Oh, yeah. If I could play that diamond against something good, then we'll be good. I'm not going to lead with it. All right. Blanche has got to lead the way here. She's got 8, or she bid 8, I should say, which means she thinks she's got a pretty good hand. I can't take any tricks. If I win a single one, the whole thing's shot. And if she plays a low diamond, that's not great. Ooh. If she plays another heart, Oh, I think we're going to be good because I could play this Queen of Diamonds off suit. And even though it is higher than her Jack, it's not the lead suit, so it can't win. So I maintain the excitement level. Get rid of these high cards. Okay. This absolutely is happening because I'm reading into this a little bit too much, but she led with a spade. You're not allowed to lead spades. Spades have to be broken by being followed into a trick, unless that's all you have left. If you all your cards are spades, you have no choice. You have to play a spade. Spades is automatically broken. And since that's what just happened here, I know that all of Blanche's cards are spades. So she's going to win every one of these tricks. Unless she plays the 2. Okay, no, we're fine. In that moment, I did realize that it was a little bit more dire than I thought. But no, we're fine. 0 tricks. 100 points. I don't even remember what this looks like. It looks like that. Okay. Nice. And that means she took 5 too many, which puts her in a position to... So you don't want to underbid too often because every over trick is, it's also called a sandbag, is worth a point. And if you accumulate 10 of them, that's minus points. In our game, it's minus 50. Different people play with different amounts, but she's close to losing some points. So I actually kind of evened the score a little bit here. This is nice. Might turn this around. Now I got to remember I'm going back to playing normally. The exciting thing happened. It's over. We're back to playing normally now. And this isn't a bad hand, actually. Thus far. Ooh. Do you go guaranteed spade or do you hope for something more? Guaranteed spade. Yeah, paid off. Could have been better. This is not my worst hand ever, I've got to say. Just putting the pressure on me to play it well, I guess. That's not a guarantee. Let's see. 4. There's the fun bit of me that now, as I continue to scheme, if I try to get her to take 7 tricks, she will actually lose points. I don't think it's worth doing that, at least that explicitly. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm feeling 7, but I've got room to be conservative, so I'm going to go 6. Play these high cards. Get a couple tricks. Feeling like she doesn't have a diamond. Yeah. I've fallen into that trap a second time. And I am somewhat responsible for how Blanche plays, so you think I would do a bit better than that, but that's not what happened. 5 of spades is an odd play. Do I make her... Well, it doesn't matter what I play, actually. I'm just trying to think of, should I waste the high spades? I guess I have to play these at some point, and I have a feeling I'm wrong. Never mind. Yeah, she's out of spades now. Can I win the rest of them? Nope. Okay. Couldn't let that just like last a little bit longer and a little bit more exciting. She takes 6 or 7. I think she took 6. Yeah. Okay. So she's up. She's right at 9. Oh my goodness. She's at 199. We played at 200. Completely forgot. Okay. Anything could happen. Well, the options are Blanche wins or I win or neither of us win and we continue to play. So anything's a little bit open-ended, but you get the gist. Ooh. Anything at all can happen. I liked the spade, but that's okay. Not many spades this time around, but an otherwise decent hand. Yeah, not too bad. So the ace is a guaranteed, the ace of spades, I should say, is a guaranteed win. Nothing can beat that. And then otherwise, it's looking pretty good. So this, I really should math this out, but I don't think that's exciting to watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if I won with 6, then that would be 220. And then I guess it's about trying to get her to take at least one trick more than what she... You know what? I'm going 6. I don't have enough spades to bid 7. Okay, here we go. So if she takes... Hold on, let us pause for a moment. If she takes 6 exactly, she'd be at 259. But if she took 7, she'd be at 200, and she'd still trigger the end of the game. So if she takes 7 and I take 6, I think I win. I'm not gonna waste more time confirming that. We'll just let it play out. But I think that's what happens here. But I don't have enough spades. I don't think so. Oh, we're getting right to brass tacks. That's a phrase? I don't quite know what about brass tacks. Oh no. Ooh, what do I do here? Guess this. Whoops, I'm clicking things on my computer. Should not be doing that. I'm going to lose this. Okay. Okay, I still need to make my bid though, is the thing. So she's gonna... Oh. Whoa. Oh, it's a question of what happens here, because if I win these 2 tricks, I think it plays out the way that I just said, but I've got no control. There's no strategy here. It is just play it and see what she has. Oh, she had spades left. Okay. Well played, Blanche. Here, we'll skip this. She still wins 212. Got a perfect bid in there, though, so that was good. Okay, so that did end up being a little bit exciting. And it's fine that it didn't end up in my favor. It was still exciting. Oh, my simulator is set to UTC time, so it thinks that it's a new day, and I get a punch. Sure, why not? Yes, we must remove the space. I tried to remove the space remover, and I broke something else, so I'm just gonna let it sit there. Okay, so in our quasi tournament format, Blanche is up to my 1, but we move on. We press on. Gin rummy. Ooh, all right. No, Gin Rummy is one of my favorites. It was sort of immediately on the list of games to include when we started this, because I just wanted to be able to play Gin Rummy, I guess. I don't know. Pretty much everything we make is something that we want to exist, and then if other people like it too, then that's a bonus. But I wanted a card game collection, and I wanted Gin Rummy. Oh, that's not bad. I don't know what to do now, though. We'll get rid of the higher. Any games that didn't make the cut that I love? Well, it's a good question. There weren't... The list kind of happened organically as we worked on it. So there wasn't like a game in the wings that I was hoping would work out and we didn't get around to it. It was just kind of, we were building the list as we went. So I think I'm happy with the way it turned out. There are games that I thought would be fun to do, but we just decided to do something else. Like one game that I wanted to do was a game called Piquet. It's a French trick-taking game, and it's the game through which the phrase carte blanche enters the realm of card games. It's obviously a phrase on its own, but there's a state in that game where if you have a low scoring hand, it's called carte blanche, and you get some points for it. I thought that would be fun, but before getting around to actually working on it, I was kind of concerned that we couldn't make it fun, so I didn't do it, but I thought that would be fun to include. So I think that's about as close to something that could have made it but didn't. But we didn't even try. So nothing too that. I mean, I have a list of games I think would be fun to add, not necessarily to this, but like if we were to make more Blanche, I know some games that I would include and work on, but nothing that I think needed to go into this collection, I guess. It ended up being kind of category based. Like we wanted cribbage. Diana and I both really like cribbage, so that was going in no matter what. And then like I said, I wanted to do Gin Rummy, but then after that it was kind of, I wanted a trick-taking game. Just as a category, I thought it would be good to have a trick-taking game, and I wanted to have a fishing game because we made an iOS game a long time ago. It's still around. It's called Kiki's Koi Koi. It is an adaptation of a Japanese fishing game, and so I thought it'd be fun to have kind of a French suited deck style fishing game and that's Casino. So I think some of the games that I have on my list of like it would be fun to do overlap with games we already have, and that I wouldn't have included them in that sense. Ooh, okay. Yes. Yeah, we gotta have some in the sequel. Sometimes I really end up liking that this thing counts the Deadwood for me, because I did not. I kind of have a mess of things here. I did not realize that I could knock, so that works out for me. All right, not too bad. Inching forward, bit by bit. We play to 100. No. We'll just get rid of some high cards here. Keep the Deadwood low, because I don't really have a good plan. Blanche does usually kind of swoop in and knock when that happens. Nice. So yes, we're trying to match up the royal we, I guess. I don't know why I went for we, but I'm trying to match up the cards in my hand to be part of melds. Don't need this. And then the cards that aren't helping me get totaled up in that little deadwood counter. Oh, what do you do here? So I've got 2 4s, 2 5s. 3 4s or 3 5s would be good. A 3 4 5 of clubs or a 4 5 6 of clubs or 3 4 5 of hearts or a 4 5 6 of hearts. Those would all be fine. But this, you know what I'm going to do? This is a terrible idea. I have 4 aces. I only need 3. Wow, this is such a bad idea, but I'm doing it anyway. Because there's so many cards that would complete this. I'd hate to break it up. This is where it all falls apart. Just you wait. Not the 3 I needed. I might have already had the 3 I needed. Okay, if we get down to 2 cards left and nobody knocks... Okay, never mind. Blanche did it for me. Maybe Blanche had the cards I needed. Oh, she did. She had the 3. Or one of them, at least. All right, I'm still happy with my choice. That's why I lose a Mahjong as well. Oh, okay. So we have a 9-10 jack of spades situation. That's not bad. Sure. We can reorganize these. I did make that a thing. We could do a little bit of this. These are all good. These are not. The 8's pretty good because they could just tack on. No, I'm not making the same mistake as the last time. We're just pressing on and trying to end the hand. And we can. In fact, yeah, that's gin. Every card's all matched up. Gin. Get some bonus points for that. I haven't actually been paying attention to the score. Okay, we're pretty good. 73-8. It could still turn around, but I'm feeling pretty good now. Well, it's not. That's pretty good. There's not much going on here, though. A lot of high cards, a lot of deadwood, a lot of points. Deadwood that's left in your hand is essentially points for your opponent if they end the hand, so keeping that number low is good. Why did I do that? I didn't mean to do that. The whole thing's... Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Once again, past Christopher with the deadwood counter completely saves everything, because I did not even remotely see that that was the thing. Will it be enough? No, not yet. We're playing to 100. Okay, that's good though. Points are points. We take them. I will take a king. And then I'll take it for 1 or 2 little rounds here, because I could make a 9-10 jack or a 10 jack queen of clubs. Sure. Starting to feel not so good about my 10 jack situation. Yeah, we're gonna abandon ship. Forget that. It's too late. It's okay. I only have 25. So 22 points. She gets the difference. No, I don't want a 2. This is just a not great hand. A lot of 2s of things. But 2s of things don't. That's barely even a phrase. 79, I just realized, though. How many are these kings? I'm trying to keep everything low. We're going low. The low strategy that I've just created. Gave it a name. Makes it real. Get rid of that 8. Nobody needs that. And then get rid of that 8. Nobody needs that. Oh, that fits in quite nicely, actually. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 clubs. Oh. Well. All that for 4 points. Yes, I will take that. This scheme's pressing on its maximum amount of time I think it's taken. This game usually goes by a bit quicker, but we're just doing a couple points at a time. Oh, I don't feel like I earned either of these either. I've got this 3 8s and this Jack Queen King, and I didn't really work super hard on it. It just happened. Counts, but I didn't do it. Oh. Sure. And then I just kind of have some weird stuff going on at the bottom, and I hope... Oh, an 8 works. Getting rid of this. Now I'm going to get a 7 of diamonds. Okay. As long as I didn't get it immediately after I discarded that card, I feel like that's okay. Ooh. Hasn't quite been working out for me, but that's okay. I don't think this is going to be high scoring. Yeah, that's 9 points for Blanche. She's inching her way back up. She doesn't like how close I am to 100. Sure, no. Guess that's fine. It's odd. If I get the 10 of spades, I don't quite know how I'm going to want to play it. Oh, well, never mind. That happened. This, I guess. Okay, come on. Wait. Okay, we abandoned the 10s. Forget it. Yeah, because if we get the 10 of spades, it doesn't actually matter, because we can just tack it on to our spades run. It's fine. Making a spades run. Does anybody need anything? Sort of adjacent to a joke, I guess. The 9 goes on as well. I don't really know how to play this one now, because this is... Oh, this is just a really weird hand. So this is kind of fun. My hand My hand is completely melded, even with the extra card. This is technically called Big Gin. Some people do play with Big Gin, where you could lay down all 11 instead of discarding here, and then you'd get some bonus points or something like that. Blanche does not play with Big Gin, so this is just something I get to point out and like say, oh, look, that's really cool, but it doesn't actually matter. We will knock with this, and that is Gin, and I win. I did not mean for that to rhyme, but it did, and I'm not taking it back. Nice. Gin twice. Got a lot of pennies for that. Okay, well, once again, I'm pretty sure that's 2 for me, 2 for Blanche. This is what happened on Saturday. It all comes down to casino. I'm sorry, Blanche. It's not. I don't know what happened, but there are 5 games. There's an odd number of games in the collection, so this is a potential outcome. Winner of casino takes it all. Yeah. Casino tiebreaker. Well, aces are good, so we will capture. So this is casino is a fishing game, which is a mechanism where you have cards in your hand, cards on the table, and you are usually trying to match, well, like that. You're trying to match the cards from your hand to the ones on the table. And if you can't do that, or perhaps you just want to do something, an alternative option, you can just add cards to the list on the table, which is nice. Oh, wait. No, bad math. That's wrong. Casino has a special move up its sleeve. Oh, she got all that. Oh, and it's that, actually. It's building. So in addition to just capturing cards, you can actually turn the cards on the table into a card of a certain value. Blanche just made a 6 out of a card from her hand and some on the table. Because of the rules of the game, I know that she has a 6, and she's going to be able to capture that. I can't do anything about it at the moment, but I do know that she can. She's going to get a bunch of cards. And once we've gone through the whole deck, we'll look at the cards that we have captured, and you score for a number of categories that are represented in the little counter that we made on the right-hand side. But it'll show up in more detail in a bit. So here I can make... So I can't really capture much of anything here. These cards don't match up with what's on the table, but the 4 in my hand and the ace on the table can be combined to make a 5, and because I have a 5 to then capture it, I'm able to do so, and I can make a 5. Now, if Blanche has a 5, she could take that. She does not, or just chose not to. I have a feeling she did not have one, but yes. And you can make, the builds that you make can be multiple sort of sets that add up to a particular value. So I can build the 4 in my hand with the 4 on the table to make a big pile of 4s. Works a little bit differently than when you're just adding them up, but that's beyond the scope of this current conversation. And I also can capture different things while I'm doing that. So I will need to capture that 4 with the 4, but since she didn't, I have a feeling she can't, and so I can capture some stuff with this 9. I can get a 9, and then any cards that add up to 9. So yeah, not too bad. Although I just realized I haven't actually captured very many cards looking at the counters on the side. That's all right. Huh? What has happened here? Okay. No, not sorry, not capture. Trail. Gotta push this button here. Sorry, that made that screen flicker. My Controller disconnected. Okay, what do we have? Yeah. Yeah. We're somewhat even on... Well, I say that. No, I'm not capturing anything. Oh, and... Okay, Blanche has got stuff. So the categories that capture... that score for points are the person who has captured the most cards, the most spades, and then there are some cards that are just worth straight up points. Oh, I wanted that 3. I put that there for a okay. So Blanche is my playdate keeps dying, so we're going to switch to my this. So I'm going to capture this, which is a spade, and oh well, we'll see if Blanche actually captures something. She does. Okay, so the last person to capture cards gets the rest of the cards that nobody captured. So then this shows us all our categories of things. Blanche captured more cards than I did, 33 to 19, so she's going to get those 3 points. I captured more spades than she did, so I get that point. Aces are worth a point apiece, and then the 10 of diamonds is the big casino for 2 points, and the 2 of spades is the little casino for 1 point. So there are 11 points on offer every round, and I got 3 of them. It's confusing. I tend to call a round of play in a card game a hand, but I realized when we were writing the rule book and all the text in the game, the tutorials especially, that it was getting confusing referring to that as a hand when you also have a hand of cards. So I decided to kind of define the terminology. A hand is just your hand of cards, and this is a round of gameplay, and there were a couple other things like that, which were tough to stick to because it wasn't how I naturally spoke about things, but it was important. The consistency was important. And I think we did end up following... Oh, I should have done this in a different order. When you have a... Not to start a new topic of conversation, but when you have a build, you cannot trail cards. If I'm being perfectly honest, I don't know why. That's just how the rules are. But anyway, to finish my train of thought, it was difficult to maintain the consistency of terminology, but I think we did it. It's been a while since I've read the rules, but I did read them over and over again right before launch, and I think everything matched up, so hopefully. Do I think Blanche plays with her beak or her wings? It's a good question. I think I've imagined it being her wings, and that she grows that kind of like that Winnie the Pooh thumb that he gets when he needs it, kind of thing. But I also, in any imagery where Blanche has a card, she's holding it in her beak. So I guess by the marketing material, she plays with her beak, or at least her beak is involved. But yeah, I guess I got to go with beak. But I don't know. In my mind, I picture her just sitting there, kind of anthropomorphically playing with her wings. Ooh, I could capture the 7 that she made. Keep trying to math that out like I can make that work, but I can't. And I got a queen. So I can make... Yes, I can make a 10. And if she leaves that there and that 9, nice, then I can make a bigger 10. A super 10. And I capture the 6. Oops, too many or not enough pushes of the button. Oh, she was going to capture that 6. This round, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I have a bunch of points coming my way already. I can make another 10. That's all that happens there, but that's okay. Kind of hoping something else. I had the cadence of like something else was going to happen, but nothing else happened. Oh, and I've mentioned this before, but if your play captures all the cards that are on the table, leaving nothing on the table, that's called a sweep. Some people play where that's worth points. Blanche does not, because Christopher decided that was too swingy, but it does give you a penny. So that just happened, and it's about to happen again. Or actually, did it happen the last time? I might have had a build. I wasn't paying enough attention, but it definitely just happened now. Okay, look at all these points. So that's 10 points. Sorry, I spoiled it. She has an ace. I spoiled it again. In trying to make up for spoiling it, I spoiled it further by giving more information. Way to go. I can make a really weird 7 here. 3, 2, and 2 is 7. And then I could put another 7 in that 7. You got your 7 in my 7s. You got your 7s, and then it's a candy bar, or cereal, or whatever that was. Now I can't remember what that was a commercial for. Well, that's almost certainly going to be mine, so I might as well get the 10. So we're 13 to 9. We played a 21. Where we play until somebody gets 21, and then whoever has the most points wins. That is a very common thing for these games. Like there's a point threshold, and once you cross it, whoever has the most points wins. I had a lot of trouble figuring out a concise way to say that. Because it really is just you play until somebody gets to a point, and then whoever has the most points wins. Like the game, or I think I more often said that the game ends when somebody gets to points, and then as a separate sentence, the player with the most points wins. I could build aces. Did I fix this? I did. I think in the current live version of the game that says building ones, which is not correct, but I'm playing in not the current version of the game. I'm ahead of the game. No. One thing about this game is it gets, so if you're going to make a build, you are using a card from your hand, but you also have to have a card in your hand that will collect it. So like if you're combining cards to make an 8, you have to have the 8 in your hand. And I get that backwards so often. I'm like, oh, I could make this, but I can't because that's not the card I have in my hand. So the way that I made the interface, I made it so that you have to say what type of card you're building with, or for, I should say. Which is nice because I can't make mistakes. I would probably be making in person. I have not played this in person, actually. I've never played this with like an actual deck of cards. Nor have I played Spite and Malice or the two-handed version of Spades. I've played four-handed Spades plenty of times, but I've never played it two-handed. The only games from this collection I've played in real life are Cribbage and Gin Rummy. In fact, Diana and I played Gin Rummy with the Blanche cards on launch day, which was fun. I think I had ambitions to play more of the games on that day, but it ended up being kind of a busy day with a lot of things going on, so we only got to do Gin Rummy, but it was fun. We recorded it, but I had never actually watched the footage. I should see if even remotely interesting and post it somewhere maybe. Who won? I don't remember, but I sort of remember losing. So I think Diana won. Diana tends to win games a lot. I like to think that, I don't think I'm a sore loser or anything, but I do like to think sometimes that I am sort of like moderating the game experience and I'm not paying enough attention to actually playing the game. That's not to suggest that were I paying attention, I would be playing much better. But I do think that, interesting thing that's going to happen here. We both collected 26 cards. Nobody has collected more, so nobody gets that 3 points. Kind of fun. I think, oh no, I still don't win. I don't win yet. It's 20. But anyway, that is not some like cop out, oh, I would have won if I tried. But I do find, like, I play a lot of board games, and I'm usually the one teaching the rules and kind of like managing the game night experience. And I do find that not necessarily that I lose any more or less than I do in other situations, but I do find that I like catch myself not paying attention to the game. I'm like looking around like, does anybody have a question? Do you need, everybody knows, do you need anything? Do you want a drink? We have soda. And then suddenly I'm like, oh, we're 3/4 of the way through a game. I should be paying attention. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I lost. I only need one more point. Oh, it's actually, it's not going to happen. Okay, sorry to immediately spoil this, but I was like, if Blanche were to get all 11 points, she would come from behind and completely win, but that's not going to happen because I definitely have 1 point from the little casino. But that could have been cool. Sometimes I sort of hope that something really cool happens, even if it means I lose. What can we do? We can make a 10 with these. Just not that long ago, a couple weeks ago, perhaps, I was going through some screenshots of this game in development, and I found a fun screenshot of this screen. So you've got the cards that could be on the table, and they kind of gather together, and you can have builds, and you've got your hands and stuff. And I found a screenshot of me testing sort of the extremes of this. Like, what if nobody captured anything and everybody just trailed all their cards onto the table? What would happen? Just to make sure it worked. And that was a fun memory, trying to make sure that there are so many things like that in this game that I know are never going to happen, but I did want to be prepared just in case they do. Like, technically each player could make 3 builds. You can't have more than that because you have to collect them before you get new cards. So you could have at most 3 builds, and the interface is designed to display 3 builds, even though that's almost never going to happen. I wanted it to work. And so there are a lot of screenshots of me making sure that happens, or that it handles it well, I should say. Okay, she has a queen because we're at the end of the game and face cards capture each other. So there's a queen missing and she has it, and I get it. I did not capture many cards this time, actually, but if I've done my math, I don't think it matters. Yeah, actually, this was a terrible hand for me. I did not get much at all, but I did not need much. Yes, the Blanche Museum needs all of my in development screenshots. Yay! 4 sweeps. Very nice. Okay, so again, I didn't mean to, but if we're going to call this a best of 5 tournament, I have won against Blanche, which is good. It's the situation. And I have a bunch of pennies. I do feel like we need to go in before we wrap up. We have to go into the penny ante, spend our pennies, and see if we could win some things. We won a couple things last time. We won a juice box and bubbles. I hope this is not loud, actually. I forgot. Ooh. Oh, a ring. We had a lot of fun writing Blanche's descriptions of all these items. And we still have a lot of pennies left, so we can keep going. Turn that down just a little bit. I don't know if that's loud. It's tough to tell from here if the sound is loud for you. The whole penny ante concept is interesting because it was part of the design from the beginning to have the concept of something else that was beyond just the card games, so that you would. Oh, good, thank you. We were always going to have some kind of extra layer of things, and the initial thought was, because there's a crank on the playdate, the thought was that it would be like a gumball machine. Ooh, yeah, we win something else. Toast. Love a toast. The thought from the beginning was to be like a gumball machine, and that you would get tokens that you'd put in the gumball machine, and then you'd get prizes. And then, for reasons unknown, I decided it needed to be more complicated, and we went through so many iterations of things. For the longest time, it was that you would buy packs of cards, and it would like open the pack, and then you'd get cards, and then you were trying to get, like, over time collect, a 4 of a kind or a poker hand or some kind of something. That's how it worked for quite a while. And I don't know, it was becoming difficult to balance how, to change like how often you would win. It was actually taking a very long time to win prizes, and speeding it up felt really boring because it was just like give you more cards. And I don't know, on one day I took a walk, was thinking about Blanche, and I was like, slot machine. Problem solved. I don't even care. We can make it work. Slot machine. And I don't know, it was set in stone then. It was slot machine. Getting a lot of pennies back, so if you get a... Yes, Blanche collects a lot of little treasures. Ooh, we're getting something else. Ooh, a fortune. Okay. Fortune does not happen super often, but I've got a fortune. She says I'll win a game of... I will enjoy a game of gin rummy, and my lucky number is 6806. Good to know. Blanche has a lot of treasures to share. Yes, if you get a pair on any of the pay lines, you get a penny back. So you can end up sitting here and playing for a while. Yeah, that's everybody's lucky number. I forgot what it was already. 6806. To go back and check. Still running. We only need one more little point on the meter. Oh, but we're running low on pennies. Ooh, there we go. A toothbrush. I do remember I wrote this one. I just, I don't know, I was just very happy with the orange juice reference. I don't think we're going to get anything else, but we might as well spend the pennies. Well, we got pretty far on that one, so I'm ready to go next time I load this up. Very nice. We could see all our prizes in the gallery. Here are the bubbles that I won on Saturday. And then we've got, what do we got? Juice box. Blanche found this toothbrush in a cup. These do tend to suggest that these weren't quite hers to take, but oh yeah, we've got the gallery of all our winnings. Here's our ring, and then Blanche is sitting at the end of it. Hello. Can't select her, but she is there to tell us we've reached the end of the gallery. There are a lot of prizes. This list is pretty big. So there's a lot of playing left to do in there, and you can also win avatars. I haven't won an avatar on this profile yet, but there are avatars to win. I'm still the default little smiley guy. And while we're here, I did this last time, but if we go over to our credits here and play a quick high card. Yeah. Oh. Try again. Nope, not. How about this one? Yay! It's not always that one, but see? Good. I don't know. I think I was just proving that to myself more than anybody else, but I was fairly certain. This is Diana's page. We get to choose this. Yeah. When I suggested to Diana that we should do something fun on our credits pages, it took me a while to think of what I wanted to do, but she was immediate. She's like the thing with the cards where they bounce, like in solitaire. It's like, oh, okay, I will do that. Very nice. Nice. All right. Well, I think that was oh, I never changed to say that we were playing casino. Whoops. Here. Now playing casino and now not playing casino. Yes, we got through all the games. I won 3 of them. Blanche won 2. That's it. It was a different match. It was a different set. I won different games this time than last time. So it's, it was real. I don't know why I would suggest that it wasn't, but it was real. That's the adjective I chose. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. We could wrap it there. Got through all the games. Thanks for joining. Like I said, the game is still on sale. If you have a play date and you're interested, the game's on sale today and tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day of the sale. And what else? The merch store, everything in the merch store is on sale. If anybody needs something with Blanche on it, or some cards, picture of cards, a bird again. I did not come up with that name. But we also have the deck of cards, which I do enjoy. I have them right here. You can't see them because the camera's not on, but they look like they do in the picture there, actually. Fancy that. The cards did turn out very nice, and I really like them. And Blanche is in them. Yeah, see, whoa, I guess I could zoom in. I did not realize that. Blanche holds cards in her beak. Oh, she's doing it on the screen too. Yeah, never mind. That's obvious. But everything in the merch shop is also on sale until tomorrow, or through tomorrow. Same kind of thing. Like it's today and tomorrow. Through tomorrow, is that the proper preposition? If you are looking to learn anything more about the game, you can go to carteblanche.cards. That is the site for the game, and we've got gameplay videos for all the games. So if I breezed through one and you were curious how it worked, you could watch me play, and they turned out fairly educational. I didn't plan them like a curriculum, but they did turn out to be pretty good for a quick explanation of how to play all the games in the collection. So carteblanche.cards has all the links and information and all the things. But yeah, this is where you check your notes, make sure you didn't miss anything. I don't think I did. Yeah. All right, very nice. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. This was fun. probably I'd like to do this again. I'm trying to figure out what else to do. I feel like playing Blanche. I could play Blanche a bunch, but I don't think people need to see me play Blanche. Maybe we should play Kiki. It's been a very long time since I've looked at Kiki. Kiki's Koi Koi is the iOS game that we made, and Bingo Spot. We have 2 iOS games that we made a long time ago. We should do something with them, but maybe I should play some Koi Koi and some Bingo. That's is it exciting to watch somebody play Bingo? I don't know. We could find out together. It'll be an exciting journey. Well, anyway, thank you for joining. I hope you all have a good evening, good night, and we'll be back at some point to do some kind of thing. Talk to you later.